Well, today I got a real important project. My 90-year-old mother likes to cook lunch for my wife and I at least once a week. And today when I went up there, she had a pot lid laying on the kitchen counter with the knob laying off to the side. It said she couldn't get it to stay on. Well, of course the insert is gone out of it. Well, it's on the screw, but the housing is stripped out. So what I'm going to attempt to do is drill this out to a 5/16, then turn the rod down on the lathe to insert into that, threaded possibly for an 832, to see if that will hold on for a few more years. So let's see what we can do about drilling it. Okay. This doesn't have to be extremely crucial as far as being centered up. As a matter of fact, the existing hole in there is not real dead on center, but it's not like it's going to be spinning. Okay. I thought there might be a little piece of copper or brass down in there, which there is, but we're going to drill that on out so that we can get as long a stud in there as we can. There we go. Okay, now let's go over to the lathe and see if we can turn us a little stud to go down in there, press fit into that. Okay, now we're over here at the lathe and I have a piece of 5/16 aluminum rod, round stock, chucked up. I'm going to face the end of it. Now we're going to center drill it and drill and tap for an 832, and I'm going to go fairly deep on in there. It looks like I could probably deal with at least a 1-inch long stud inside the cap, inside the knob for the pot. Let's get the compound out of the way. Cross slide. going to drill in at least an inch. present in it. I don't believe our tap is going to tap that far anyhow, but that really doesn't matter at this point. Now we're going to use a tap guide. And a handy little addition I added to the lathe some time back. Of course, I'll turn the lathe off when I'm using this handle so I don't accidentally turn the power to it. But now I've got full leverage. And of course the tap guide is keeping everything running straight. The thing I have to be careful with when using this handle on the spindle is that there's a lot of torque being applied, and I have broke taps several times. Alright, tap the full length of the tap now. Full length on the tap gives me about 7/8, which is fine. Move our handle. This works just like the handlebars on your old bicycle. As you tighten it down, the offset tightens inside the spindle. Now, this is going to be a bit of a tight fit. This is 5/16 rod, and I drill with 5/16, but I was drilling in molded plastic, I guess it is, and it shrank back down after pulling the drill out about 2.5 thousandths under. So that's going to make for a good tight press fit. But I'm going to put a little bit of a chamfer on the end of this so that we can get it started. Pretty steep angle right there. Let me see if I can get a little more on it. Okay, let's slide it on out there and cut it off now. And again, we're going to cut it off at 1 inch. Double check. Oh yeah, 1 inch is plenty of clearance. Alright, that left a bit of a burr on the end there, so let's turn it around right quick in the lathe. And face that end off. And deburr it a little bit. Okay, now let's go back over to the other end of the workbench and see if we can press this in. Okay, the pin did not want to start in there too easy, so let's wring this hole out. I'm going to start with a 5/16 minus 1/1000, and I have a 5/16 in each of minus 1/1000, dead on 5/16, and plus 1/1000. So we'll start with the minus and see if we get any relief at all. That might be just enough. Okay, what I'm going to use for a press is my drill press vise, and see if we can get it started with that. Yep, and there she goes. Alright. Before I go any further, I'm going to put a little Loctite on that. This is the Loctite permanent, high strength permanent. Go down in the hole. Now I just have to find a little spacer to push that on in. And of course the best spacer in the world in a crunch is simply a little socket. So that's pushed in now up to the edge. Got Loctite, plenty of Loctite on it. Okay, the Loctite had a little time to set, so it's back on the lid now. And I think the pot will be ready for some corn, butter beans, maybe some boiled potatoes. We'll call this job done as well.